Charlie Bazel into the channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, leave a comment. Let me know how you're feeling. You can leave your thoughts and opinions in the section as well. What we have here today, ladies and gentlemen, is the NFL divisional round. Our takes, our opinions, how we feeling. First game, Bills Broncos. Winner of that goes to the AFC Championship. Whew. What a game. Damn, bro. Broncos got the #1 seed, so they're not going nowhere this whole playoff run. But the Bills is battle tested. Bills just beat the Jaguars the other week, and I actually bet against the Bills. I didn't think that they would have been able to hold or sustain that performance they had throughout the whole game. You feel me? But Josh Allen saved them. All right. I don't know if that'll be the case for this game. Of course, Broncos is a different beast. You got Sean Payton over there. All right. You got Bo Nix. You got J.K. Dobbins. You got Cortland Sutton in the receiving core. All right. Broncos hasn't been a very dominant running team, but they're a team that knows how to move the ball when need be. All right. So how that's going to look against a Bills run defense that's very good. I think Bills have one of the best run defenses in the league. I think that matchup is going to actually figure itself out. Meaning the game may come down to, who knows, Denver having to run the ball to ice the game. And the Bills defense may need a huge stop to give themselves a chance probably in this game. But I don't want to take that Buffalo offense out of the equation as if they won't be a factor, Josh Allen and company. But I think my take for that Bills-Jaguars game may fall a little bit more accurate against a little bit more quality players. And what I mean by that is this. My Bills-Jaguars take were how that Buffalo Bills defense brings in their rotations down the stretch. And when I say down the stretch, I really mean late third quarter, bro. Late third quarter, beginning of fourth quarter, towards the end of the game. All right. I just feel like seeing how Buffalo played and looking at how they've taken certain losses. I've looked at that and said Jacksonville probably got a chance if they just keep their foot on the neck throughout the whole game. They actually did, but I guess it's just a quarterback thing for Jacksonville because I watched that game thoroughly. That their team played a hell of a game. The defense gave up a few big passes late to Josh Allen. All right, some big runs, but the Bills do have the #1 rushing. I mean, they have the leader rusher in the league in Cook, but they do have a very dominant run game. I just feel like Jacksonville couldn't put themselves in position to get off the field on defense, man, and it played into them losing. But I can't put that loss on the defense. It has to go on that offense because Trevor Lawrence threw an interception late, and prior to that, he had some huge throws. So I just feel like a team like Buffalo, if they play a team that understands to keep their foot on the necks against them, they can beat Buffalo. However, for this game per se, we may see some rust from Denver because they haven't played for a while. We definitely may see some rust, but I think defense is gonna have this game start off slow. Period for both teams, and I think when it comes to about third quarter, both teams come out, make their adjustments, see where they can have a possible chance to get some scores. I'm gonna say I like Josh Allen in this game because I'm really taking into account how the flow of this game can go. Defense definitely will have huge performances in the first half. We'll probably see a shutout first half, honestly. And then towards the third quarter, I trust that the Bills offense will be able to make more plays than the Denver Broncos offense to put themselves in position to win the game. And that's just how I see it. Yeah, so yeah, I got the Bills going on to the AFC Championship, man. I got the Bills going on to the AFC Championship. Enjoy that game. I hope y'all enjoy it because I definitely will. Now, the winner of that, of course, I'm picking is the Bills. They'll be playing this next winner I have. Texans Patriots. That game will be Sunday, January 18th. Yeah, Houston versus the Patriots. Now, I hate to say I told you so to people who gave me some pushback on my thoughts about the Texans this year. I felt like Texans was going to have a strong year. And they actually did. It got shaky for a little bit when they were dealing with some injuries and yeah, we seen them not able to rely on their main guys. We seen how much they suffered, but in all, they still ended up in the playoffs, and here we have it. They beat the Patriots. They going on to the AFC Championship, which I think will happen. I actually have Houston in this game for a few reasons. First things first, I seen a lot of takes on the internet. Skip Bayless talking some. CJ Stroud had like a horrible game. He didn't look like himself. Had damn near 5 fumbles, which is true. All is true. Another person had a take. They reacted. They were like, "Hey, CJ Stroud was trying to throw the game. Pay attention. Nobody should be taking him for the Patriots game." Look, let me tell you guys something, man. That's all baloney, bro. That's all baloney. Like for real, for real. The Houston Texans, bro, is loaded. Now they're not gonna have Nico Collins in this game. They're leading wide receiver. All right. I think that may hinder how they're able to move the ball, but I think they'll be able to step up Houston Texans offense. But this is a game I'm still gonna go with Houston because that defense is just crazy. That defense is crazy, bro. That defense has a lot of respect for me because I see how creative that coach schemed things up, bro. And they have a lot of players over there that's just you're not better than if you line it up mono for mono. And when I really look at that New England Patriots receiving core, they got Stephon Diggs, they got Booty, all right, and they have that other tight end that's very good. I just think that the Houston Texans could outlast them, bro. Yeah, I think the Houston Texans could outlast them, and I'm interested. I really want to watch this game. I'm interested to see how it play out. But the reason I'm going with the Texans per se is because they have a very good defense. I think that's going to force a mistake or two from Drake May. And even though Nico Collins not playing, bro, I still think CJ Stroud is going to have one of his most on-point games. I definitely feel like CJ Stroud is going to have an on-point game. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to make no mistakes and probably fumble or maybe throw an interception, right? I'm not saying that. But one thing I know for a fact, bro, is CJ Stroud has very strong performances when the chips is on the table. Going back to college, bro. Like when he was at Ohio State and Ohio State had some very good seasons, CJ Stroud had games where he stepped up and he was like, yo, super clutch, bro. Like, yeah, like I think a lot of people are forgetting, like when they played Georgia in the Peach Bowl, he drove that team downfield to put them in position for a game-winning field goal. His kicker missed the field goal. If they make that field goal, they upset Georgia, all right? And this is going back to college, all right? CJ Stroud plays huge and big games, bro. He knows how to step up, all right? Any quarterback is going to have the jitters and make mistakes. It's completely normal. However, I'm not going to take that and try to discredit what I feel I've seen from this player since college. All right. Now, Drake May, on the other hand, hell of a performance. He's a contestant for the MVP. Do I think he's the MVP of the league? No, I think that goes to Stafford. But much credit to him. I just don't think that he'll have as much as an effective day against this Houston Texans defense, in my opinion. And the Patriots defense have a lot of good playmakers, bro. They got players that are very good in space. Their linebackers and their nickels are very good tacklers in space. I watched a few games of the Patriots this season, and I was going back watching a few highlights like the past few days. That's a very important thing if you really like football to pay attention to in this game. Just seeing how like a lot of their linebackers and their nickels tackle in space, and let's just say this: a lot of teams that they've played that or quarterbacks that they've played that have had very average performances against them, meaning the Patriots defense. Let's just say the Patriots defense has players that are held accountable. All right, so take that into account. Enjoy the game. All right, that was my AFC Divisional round picks and previews. So yeah, I got the Bills and the Texans in the AFC Championship. All right, so we'll see how that go and enjoy the games. Charlie Bazel Inside Channel. Like, share, and subscribe to the video. I'm out.